Yes.
It is not that funny.
That's nice.
When the night has come and the land is dark. When the night has come. When the night has come and the land is dark.
Yeah.
And the moon is the only light.
What?
And the moon is the only light.
What?
And the moon is the only light. We will see.
When the night
When the night has come.
has
The
come
night has come and the land is dark. When the night
and the land is dark,
has come and the land is
the moon
and the moon is the only
is the only light we'll see.
the moon is the only light. We will see.
No, I won't
No, I won't be afraid.
be afraid. No,
There's so much youth doing so many things that they shouldn't be involved in. They live a certain type of lifestyle and just feel like no one understands them and they're kind of all on their own. And I think this is like a great opportunity for us to kind of let them understand like, hey, like we understand your struggle, we understand everything that you're going through also. Like there's other people that you can reach out to, or there's people that you can talk to, or simply just change and switch up your life and kind of get involved with other things.
When the Chinese community has problems, they round up all their members and, they speak with one voice. In the Black community or African community, Jamaican community, whatever community that shares the same skin color, it always seems that whenever there's a problem, we all start to be like, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that, oh, but I'm not this.
Yeah.
That's when we start to, divide ourselves.
Get in touch with the youth because it is so different, like south side, north side, everybody's wrecking their own side. Just to kind of come together and forget the sides. That was a really big thing for me.
I want to progress in society, and that's what I'm going to push for, but they're going to turn at the, most corporate-looking white male, and they're going to go with his option or whatever.
All you need is one person to do something and somebody else will follow. So we're doing a good thing, and I think these kids are seeing it.
We are here, and I want to be here just because I want Black men and women to feel that validated in our society. Like, we do have a place, and we're making a place, regardless if, these corporate offices or wherever, even in the Bigs or wherever, whatever life choice you make, there's going to be a place that you are going to be respected.
The reason why this group really excited me is that
I was here.
mostly Susan. Like, was it 90%? 10% was when I was in high school, really. You feel that pressure to be part of your community. And the thing is that the way that you build a community sometimes isn't a positive group like we have right now. When you're that young, it'd be amazing if I was in high school to have a group that you could be with other like-minded Black people and actually have a positive conversation about what it means to be Black.
There's also a lot of issues that aren't Black specific. There are issues that are shared across communities. So I think it's important for anyone and everyone to join, because when we engage in that dialogue and we pull from every corner, so to speak, then that's when you start building.
Sometimes you have questions regarding your health or identity. I honestly, the Black community especially has a huge reputation of being homophobic or anything like that. And regardless how you feel about it, honestly, it's still there. So I think by having that option, and if someone is dealing with that, they can at least attend that workshop to someone who can speak on things like that. So they don't have to deal with that and understand that, okay, cool, it's not the end of the world if, I identify with this or that or whatever. So, I'd much rather have someone that's alive than someone that's contemplating their life on their own identity.
For their parents to kind of be like, okay, it's a safe area that they're going to, that we're happy for them to go there, it's a positive place. So they can have that communication with their parents on that same level. Because at the end of the day, they might not see our perspectives, or they might not understand what is going on in school, and the kids might be hiding there from their parents because maybe they're just gonna say, hey, suck it up. We came down here, we did all this for you, right?
For people who are the children of immigrants or are first generation immigrants as children themselves, you have to kind of try to find your identity within this new land, and your culture, that you learn it from your parents. It's a dated, aged, older person's concept of that culture. So you're here trying to figure out what you are for yourself, and things like homophobia that are from your parents' culture. And the thing that I think as a youth that you face is the biggest issue is finding your identity, finding what it means to be a first or second generation immigrant in this culture where you're a minority, where you have stereotypes placed on you, you have expectations placed on you. How much do you actually, how can you fight that? You almost fall into it.
Just like trying to find who you are within what everybody else wants you to be.
I think the worst thing I've ever been called in junior high, it started, and it especially from non-blacks, which is the worst, was Oreo.
Yeah.
Like non-African or Afro-Caribbean or like it came solely, you guys, from white kids because I wasn't acting black enough for them.
Yes.
So like white, you're not like Dijonay from South Africa.
Sometimes I feel like as a black person or a person of color, you don't reflect on yourself enough to see whether or not you're enabling, like, you know, the negative things that other people suffer from.
For black women in general, we're kind of stuck in between. We're stuck in between trying to follow this Eurocentric body image. The lighter or, you know, the blonde hair, blue eyes, like we find that's the most desirable, but then we're smacked down where you need like skinny waist, big ass, long Brazilian weave, and that's what you usually see as like a fly chick. It's just been constructed there because of capitalism. That's what it is. It's what sells.
It's like the media defines us in such a way that we can't even explain.
My dad, we were watching a movie, and it was like we're watching that movie, and then it was like the like I guess the author guy, whatever, and then his agent is like, "You're smart. You're not black people smart. You're smart." Most of those movies are African Americans are watching that. Black people are going to that. Like I was watching it, but like that really upset me, and they're like laughing. It's supposed to be a joke, but I was just like, no, it's not. That's not okay. You know what I mean?
Like this image of Black America that we see on TV is not like real. Like that's the reality for like a very small number of people. But there are people who are educated and people who, you know, live like us in the US too, but that's not what's fun to watch.
On TV, like every single movie or show, it's like the black kids are always like the stupid and like troubled ones and whatnot. The Asian ones are like the smart ones and all of that. So she started explaining, and then all of a sudden she pauses and she's like, "Oh, like, you know," and she starts to see how what she's watching affects her, and it's like that's the conversations we need to start having.
It's very gratifying actually to be part of something that will benefit your own community.
But yeah, no, I think the come up is so important because then it's a place where they can confront these issues and they can confront it in a non-hostile environment.
Just it's a very rich conversation and it's a lot of interesting perspectives.
And it's like this is the next process. After this, we're hoping to take this as far as we can.
That's right. This is what I do. This is what's true to me. You hear me? No, I ain't never let you down. Get up, I get it. Get up, I get it. Get up, I get it.